into us, burning at both ends. For your love, let me
Hello, my stars. Welcome back to my channel, Goddess of Stars Tarot. It is your celestial baddie, Karen, and she is back with another one. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I do want to let you know this is a general love reading. If you would like a private reading, you can check out my website, www.goddessofwhispers.com, to get your situation on point, okay? All right, so this is going to be a you versus them reading. I hope everyone is doing amazing, my Aquarius. We're going to dive into the energy that is between you and the person that you have on your mind and see what the current energy is between the two of you. Yeah, and see what is goody. Keep in mind, this is not going to resonate with each and every person. So I don't want to hear in the comments, this is not my story. Okay, that means that this is not your reading. Okay, so take a moment, take a deep breath to see if this energy is connected with you before the reading gets started. Let's dive in and let's get the overall energies between you and your person. Okay, what's going on, hunter? Let's see, what is the energy here between Aquarius and the person that they have on their minds? Pure and precise messages, please. And also, too, let's go ahead and clear the energy. Let's clear the energy. All right. Ooh, okay. So we have new vitality on one side. All right, with the base chakra. Those two came out together. So we're going to take those. All right, let's see what else. What's the energy here for Aquarius? Okay, thank you. And Aquarius, you got one card. All right, so let's dive into what is going on. What's crazy is your person has 1 1 on their side. Okay, so 11, which is given all about new beginnings, right? Because we have the base chakra energy, which is about grounding yourself. It could even mean just going back to the basics, right? So tapping into the foundation of maybe the relationship, the connectionship, or just maybe just within themselves of who they are on a whole. But this is all about stability. So this could be somebody who is seeking stability at this point because we have new vitality that also came out with it. So this energy is all about, you know, finding maybe even a new way to do things. They may be in a new relationship. They may be looking for a new relationship, maybe wanting to start things over is the energy overall. But it's all about finding something new. We do have 1 and 1. So this is all about new beginnings on your person's side of things. But they want to get back to the basics. So if they lost themselves along the way in some way, shape, or form, this is about regrouping, refining themselves, grounding themselves, you know, going with their instincts on this one. This is what your base chakra is all about, right? And on your side of things, Aquarius is giving boss boobs, okay? It's giving boss bitch. It's giving, yeah, I run the show. Or boss guy, you know? The energy overall is about taking leadership, maybe even ownership for, you know, your rights, your wrongs, whatever it is, we're going to find the hell out, right? But the energy overall for you, Aquarius, is about taking the lead. So we're going to see what all of this is about between you and your person. So we're going to get down to the nitty gritty. What is the energy here between Aquarius and the person they have on their mind? So we're first going to find what the current energy is between the two of you. So we're going to get the cards of like what their current energy is, what your current energy is. And then we're going to dive a little bit deeper into, you know, like what is currently happening, you know, between the two of you, or what caused, what's the energy right now, right? And then we're going to dive into, we're going to get that. Oh, 2 of Wands in the reverse. And then we're going to dive into what's next. So let's see. Let's see. What is the current energy here for the person that Aquarius? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like Saucy Santana. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So 5. Oh, okay. All right. Let's see a person. All right. Let's see. A lot of Wands. A lot of Wands energy. All right, what is the last 2 cards that we need? Thank you. We have the 5 of Cups in the reverse with the Page of Wands. All right, what is the energy of Aquarius? Give me Aquarius energy towards the situation. What is the energy of Aquarius? So Ace of Pentacles with the 7 of Wands in reverse. All right, let's see. We have the 8 of Wands with the Devil card. Ooh. Three of Wands in the reverse. Give me one more. With the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, give me the overall energy, mutual energy. The Knight of Cups. Sorry, Knight of Cups should have been this way. And then the Temperance. All right, we'll take it. We'll take it. All right, bottom of the deck is the Two of Swords in the reverse. All right, so what I will say here overall, Aquarius, the overall energy is giving that of like trying to break the air or clear the air in some way, shape, or form. I feel like the connectionship, whoever this message is for, has been at some sort of standstill, or there's been like off and on connection or off and on conversation. Or maybe not even that. It could even be something as simple as just not knowing what to say, right? Or how to maybe get something to the next level. Or there may be some type of blockage in some way that is stopping maybe the connection from moving forward is what the energy is giving overall with this Two of Swords in the reverse. But that in all in all, if I could get my words out, it's all about like you guys trying to come together, or one or the others trying to come together, trying to break whatever barrier is stopping this from happening. Because I'm comparing the Two of Swords in the reverse with the Temperance and the Knight of Cups. This is all about trying to have some sort of, you know, communication, balance things out, bring things together. You know, even if somebody has 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the situation, it's about trying to pour into each other, maybe even equally, or maybe one now deciding, hey, now is my time to actually pour more into the other person, is what I'm getting. So let's go on your person's side of things. They have the new vitality, and like I said, the base chakra, which is the energy of one, which is all about new beginnings, but most importantly about grounding oneself, or, you know, going with one's instincts and trying to find some type of stability, foundation, or common ground in the situation. Okay. Now on their side, as far as their current energy right now, is the Two of Wands in the reverse with the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So this is someone who feels like they don't know what decision to make as far as where this is going or where this is not going, don't know if they should take action towards the situation, you know. But however, the good news with this individual is like, they're ready to let go of the isolation. They're ready to let go of, you know, the barriers, or maybe even if they felt a little bit intimidated, or maybe even you felt intimidated by them, they're wanting to break these barriers down, is what it is, right? They're willing to put their guard down in this very moment. This is the energy that they're given. So let me show you guys. So on their side of things, they got the Two of Wands in the reverse with the the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So the energy overall of that is like wanting to take action towards, you know, breaking barriers or releasing whatever it is that is keeping them aback or not making them move forward is the energy here. And the Two of Wands is about making a decision towards that in some way, shape, or form, which is about their future and how they want to move forward. So let's dive into the next energy here. So they also have the Hangman with the Five of Wands in the reverse. So this energy can represent different things. It can represent, you know, what went wrong. It could also represent, the energy as far as like what they're trying to grasp towards. You know, I feel with this individual, it's giving like wanting to move past whatever tension there is in the situation. So if there's been a holdup, there's been, you know, a sense of they don't know if to go left or right. They don't know if to call or not to call. They don't know if how you're feeling or how you're not feeling, or how they're feeling or how they're not feeling. The vibe overall is that of someone here who is ready to release those conflicts and find some type of resolve at the end of the day, right? So whatever that may look like for you, Aquarius. But with this individual is very precise. Now, I will say this, on this side of things, there is a lot of fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius could be somebody that you're dealing with. We also got water energy. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio is on this side of things, is what I'm feeling very heavily on who your person could be. All right. So I do want to say, like, this person is now really thinking in their heads, like maybe it's time to find some type of resolution to the situation. Now, as far as what's next, we have the Page of Wands with the Five of Cups in the reverse. So this is about forgiveness, right? It could be about forgiveness. This is about wanting to let go, but most importantly, trying to find a way to do so. So Page of Wands could represent some type of communication coming in, wanting to talk. It could even mean as something simple as, within themselves, trying to find how to get to that point. All right. So take it for what it is, but they're no longer focusing on or not wanting to focus on what they lost. They want to focus on how they can gain here going forward. So a very heavy energy on your person's side of things of trying to find some sort of balance is what I feel. Okay. So let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's go into your side of things, Aquarius. So again, you have the Emperor energy in the upright. I don't know what that snap was about. You know what I'm saying? I be feeling like I'm 22 sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I need to get it together. But yeah, so, on your person's side of things, Emperor energy is giving boss, is giving, I'm set in my ways, is giving, you not going to play with me is the energy. So, something could happen here, Aquarius, but you're very, very strong-minded is what overall the energy is. So your current energy right now is the Ace of Pentacles with the the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So your energy overall, Aquarius, is about finding a new beginning or some type of fresh start or looking for some type of stability. I do feel like in your current energy, your guard is down. You are open to certain things, even though your overall energy is giving, and you do have 4 in your overall energy, which is the Emperor, which is all about stability, right? Which makes sense for the Ace of Pentacles to be here. So right now you're open to stability. You're open to something concrete. You're open to, it could be a new relationship. It could be a new job, whatever the case may be, but you want something firm. You want something concrete. You want something that is solid at the end of the day. And I feel like that's the energy you're in right now. You're open to that. So a lot of you right now is open to love. You're open to commitment. You're open to something that is bringing you a strong foundation at the end of the day, whether it's with this person or just on a whole. This is your current energy. So let's go on to the next thing. What you have is the Eight of Wands with the Devil card. Okay. And they're both in the upright. So this, again, like I said, this could be an energy of what went wrong. This could be an energy of what you're currently feeling, or it could be the energy of the relationship right now. But this energy overall is giving like a little bit of toxicity, right? It could even be for some of you here receiving news of, something toxic, something negative. It could be anything along the lines of like cheating. It could be anything along the lines of an abusive situation. It could be anything along the lines of being tied to, feeling like you're tied to someone that the communication or the relationship can be very, very toxic. Maybe for some of you here, maybe even feeling like you rushed into something too fast with someone that you feel is very toxic, or it could be a karmic relationship for some of you here, but there is some type of soul tie in some way, but in a karmic relationship soul type of way. So I feel like you may be feeling that way about this person. Maybe for some of you here, you may even be feeling like you were, abiyad or cursed or voodooed or whatever language or lingo you want to use, but you may be feeling some type of way when it comes to this person. That's not all of you. That's just for some of you, right? So take it as it resonates for you. But the vibe I'm getting overall is that of like, I don't think it's more of like waiting for communication. I think it's just like something happened with communication, maybe even finding something out. It could even mean for some of you here dealing with someone that is not nearby. Maybe you have to travel to see this person, but this person could be very toxic is the energy that I'm getting overall. So let's go dive a little bit further into, what's next or what you think is next in your energy, Aquarius. You have the Three of Wands in the reverse with the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. The vibe is giving like there's some type of delay. For some of you, you're not even waiting for this opportunity. This is something that can miss you with the bullshit pretty much. For some of you, the energy and the vibe is giving like there's some type of delay, right? With receiving, whether it's this opportunity, you know, or this situationship, or just love on a whole, feeling like you're waiting. And for some of you, you could be either feeling impatient with it, or you're feeling like this is just never going to happen. Like I'm never going to, you know, so again, that Emperor energy about taking the lead, I can see why now. Maybe for some of you, you're feeling like, hey, maybe I should take the lead into maybe the direction that my life goes in, or I should take the lead into, you know, what I want out of the connectionship, either with this person or just on a whole. All right, overall. But the overall energy, like I said, was the Temperance card and the Knight of Cups, which is giving like trying to find some type of balance at the end of the day. So let's dive a little bit deeper. Eventually, I'm going to show y'all my new setup. So I actually have a whole new setup. That's why it looks a little bit different in the space. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, your girl is going to be doing her readings, honey, but I just needed to get more acclimated. I needed to cleanse the space, get a new space, you know, and just dive into the, yeah, you know, clarity. That's the word. I needed to dive into clarity, right? So let's see. What is the energy here? What messages is in this reading? Give me 2 to 3 cards. Just for mutual energy, or one or the other, or just the energy that is in this reading. What is the energy here in this reading? Thank you. All right, so we have wedding rings. We also have not enough. Give me one more. What is the energy in this reading? What is the energy? Okay, thank y'all. And then we have paradise. All right, so the energy in this reading is that of somebody who you have a soul connection with. You could be married to this person, is what the vibe is giving. Like there was some type of strong commitment here, or there were talks of commitment. There was talks of marriage for some of you. For some of you, it could be somebody who is married that you're dealing with, or maybe you're married, vice versa, you know. But someone is feeling like they're not enough for the other person, or someone is feeling like really frustrated with the situation. Like maybe it's not giving what it's supposed to give at the end of the day. Someone is feeling like maybe even, you know, their energy is being sucked out of them in some type of way. You know, that vampire type energy. I'm seeing the blood on this person, you know what I'm saying? And it's giving me a vibe of like someone here taking, so like, you know, a one-sided situation type of situation here for some of you. Not all of you, but that's the energy that I'm getting. But there is frustration here at the end of the day. Now, I do see with this paradise, it's almost like, you know, this could have been something that, or could be, I'm not going to say could have, like past tense, it could be that, or it's something that is something very present. And it just feels like something is missing out of the situation. Like it's something that could be very, very great or very, very beautiful, right? But something is missing at the end of the day. And I feel like it's about you guys enjoying each other. I feel like things were really, really great at one point, but it's giving like something now is missing. Something's empty at the end of the day. Maybe the honeymoon phase of that situation. I do have the bottom of the deck here, heartbroken. So someone is definitely feeling like torn, or both is feeling torn towards the situation. It could have been a breakup or some type of pause here in the situation. But someone is wanting to correct that in some way, shape, or form is what I'm feeling, okay? So let's dive a little bit deeper. Let's use this deck here and see what's going on. What's the energy here between Aquarius and the person they have on their mind? Give me the energy here between Aquarius and the person they have on their mind. What is the energy here between Aquarius and the person they have on their mind? All right, let's see. What's the energy? Thank you. Yep, honeymoon came out twice. All right. So for some of you here, it could even be something leading towards marriage. For some of, yep. So we have true love at the bottom of the deck. We also have reconciliation. I haven't seen this card in a long time, guys. I kid you not. And this is what the energy was giving. Like I said, new vitality. A lot of that energy is on the other side. The energy here too as well with the Knight of Cups and the Temperance card in the middle is giving that of like someone here wanting to make some type of decision towards trying to reconcile or trying to bring something back. We also have like pay attention to the red the red flags, the signs of cautioning you. So the energy of this could even mean something that you need to pay attention to now, or something that has transpired in the relationship that you had to pay attention to. You know, it's something here about the situation that, you know, gave like, you know, you got to sleep with one eye open type of situation. Very toxic type of energy. Maybe somebody was giving off something that they weren't. All right, there was some type of false mask here in the situation. But what's crazy to me is that we have paradise here twice. So it's given like, you know, rekindling, trying to reconnect. And the vibe that I'm in, I'm seeing boats, a lot of boats. You know, you see the two boats here, and then there's a boat on this one here too. So the vibe is given for me is like that of, for some of you here, this relationship could be someone that is at some type of distance from you. Maybe you have to travel across waters to see this person for some of you, not all of you. But it's giving something is missing. But I feel like whatever it was that was missing is now returning back to the relationship, or the situationship is what I'm given. So let's see what is hidden. What is hidden in this connectionship? What is hidden? What is hidden in this connectionship? And then we're going to close out with some advice. Ooh, okay. Got some cards this morning though. All right, what is hidden in this connectionship? What is hidden? What is hidden? Thank you. Foundation. There it is. There it is. And called it in the beginning to read. So somebody here, it's all about trying to rekindle something. It's all about, you know, security, family, you know, trying to establish something, whether this person tried to find it elsewhere now. And that's given more on this side, your person's side of things. So whether that person tried to find it elsewhere and didn't find it, or maybe this person is now starting to feel like maybe they're ready to settle down, it's given like, yeah, they're needing some type of foundation at the end of the day, or wanting that. We also have bitterness, and we have stress. So somebody is very much so stressed. It could be taking on a lot of things. Maybe there's some tension here, arguments, whether those arguments are with you or arguments with somebody else. There's a lot of stress here that is happening, and someone has resentment towards the situation. So maybe there were some hurtful words exchanged, or some resentment in some way, shape, or form, or anger issues in the situation. But someone is very bitter, or was very bitter in the connectionship, like feeling like, and it could even mean, you know, maybe stressed out that you guys are not speaking, not together. You know, this is the energy or the vibe of the situation. So before we close out with some advice, we're going to go to the singles deck, all right, and see what is going on in the situation. So we're going to use the Celestial Baddie Oracle deck by your girl, and this is for my singles. So we're going to pull two cards to see the energy here of my singles. Let's see. And we did have true love that came out, which is an energy of like someone here that you truly connect with. Okay, that's my Empress card. So that makes sense because we did have the lead card here as well, which is the Emperor. So it's given like a divine connection. Like this person is somebody who you truly have a connection with. All right, so for my singles, we have sipping wine and dishing out dating advice to my girls. And then we have setting boundaries to protect my time, energy, and well-being. All right, so for my singles, okay, it's showing right now that you are just living life, right? Whether that is being single, you know what I mean, living vicariously through your friends or your family or whatever the case may be, and giving advice to them based off your own experiences. You know, it's given just chit-chatting right now, hanging out with friends and family, you know, setting boundaries to protect yourself and your energy. Is about your peace, your well-being. So I get it. I absolutely get it. And that's why we had the Emperor energy, which is an energy of someone who is very strong-minded, strong-willed, you know, can also be somewhat guarded in some way, shape, or form, right? It's giving guarded, but also to someone who has very strong boundaries and know exactly what they want, and they stick to what they said. I said what I said, and I meant what I said, and I said when I said it. I hope y'all caught that. Yes. But that's the vibe that it is given overall. So I will say, my Aquarius, I do feel like this is a situationship between the two of you where there will be an opportunity if you are open to it, because I do feel like this is somebody here who is starting to come around and is wanting to reconnect in some way, shape, or form. This don't have to be a long times ago's days ex, okay? This could be somebody that you're just recently talking to, and maybe things didn't, it was going well, because that's what this is giving. It was going well at one point, but maybe something here, you know, fell off or didn't connect in some way after a while. But it's like, okay, now is the time for it to come back together. And sometimes those are the relationships that actually last long. So let's dive in with your overall advice. Let's see what advice the cards have for you, my stars. Let's see. What is the advice you have for my Aquarius? What is the advice? Give me one card. What is the advice you have for my Aquarius? What is the advice? Thank you. You actually got two. We have luck is on your side, and then we have a personal issue reaches resolutions. And it's so funny. The bottom of the deck is conclusions are within reach. That's what this whole reading has been about. So you have luck is on your side, which means that something here is starting to change, where maybe something is going to work out in your favor. And it's showing here that a personal issue comes to some type of resolve. So something that is going on in the situationship is now starting to reconnect, and we have conclusions are within reach, which means you're going to get the answers that you were looking for, or that you were seeking from the situation. So there's going to be some type of conversation, resolve in some way, shape, or form. Love and light, my stars. Ciao.